to the Fantasy Footballers Podcast with your hosts, Andy Holloway, Jason Moore, and Mike Wright.
Welcome in. Friday, December 26th, 2025. It's the one day that, the one day of 5 that we don't have football consecutively. But we're here with you. It is championship week. We did not want to miss the opportunity to get you prepped up. You know, with amazing advice like Chris Rodriguez start of the week. That kind of amazing advice.
Rod. To be fair,
Yeah.
It
was great advice again.
It was great advice again because the matchup was perfect, and you called that, and Bill went crazy.
I mean, this is the second time in the season in which on the start of the week episode, Chris Rodriguez is totally fine and playing. And then this time, this was bad news. I mean, when the news broke that he was out with an illness, I mean, I posted that immediately. And I have not a couple, I have like tens and tens of people that just didn't get to make the change because of Christmas morning. They were opening presents. They were with the family.
This is why Christmas morning should not be playing football.
And so people didn't even get to pivot. And this was not like, oh, you've been limited in practice. This was
He woke up with the sniffles.
yeah, you got sick and you're out.
Also, I almost made this joke like a week ago. I feel like no one ever misses a game due to illness. It's like illness. Oh, they woke up, and then they always they hydrate up, they get an IV, and they go out there and they play, and oftentimes they play just fine. And then it's like when I saw that this was an illness, as his like, oh, he didn't participate. He's got an illness. I'm like, whatever.
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. And then it's like, oh no, okay, your tummy hurts. No, sorry, that's.
Well, look at for
serious.
For a guy so upset about never getting any opportunities, he sure does miss a lot of games he's going to be the starter for.
Yeah, it's
So
unfortunate.
that was super upsetting. And both times that he's missed, JCM had big weeks. And
105 yards, 2 touchdowns on only 11 carries.
yeah, one was 72 yards away,
That'll
which
help.
was pretty awesome. So here we are. We've got 10 games to cover. We've got Monday Night Football. The Thursday games are the Thursday, Saturday games we covered on the last show.
The Christmas games were very odd for fantasy football, and I think overall pretty devastating.
Yeah,
Like George and CeeDee Lamb.
Nothing special.
78 yards for George, 46 for CeeDee Lamb. Dak
was good.
Dak
300.
yeah, Dak ended up good, but Dak also missed CeeDee Lamb 2 walk-in touchdowns. He just missed.
Yeah, 19 for 37. He missed some guys.
And then Javonte
Would have had 10 million
it
points.
starts off just so hot, gets knocked out.
Jeremy, the matchup for Dynasty, if you want to know that it's Mike's year, which we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, whatever voodoo black magic he's using, you go into this
blood sacrifice, but go on.
Yeah, oh, that's right. So you're out of children now.
Yeah.
Dude,
No
fantastic.
personal
You know what?
problems.
Merry Christmas.
I saved so much money yesterday.
He
So,
opened their presents.
in the battle between Owl and Mike in the main Dynasty League, Mike is going in with CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. He's got the Cowboys receiver stack. And on the other side, total anti-correlation, Jeremy has Javonte Williams. So it's like, oh my gosh. Then early in the game, Javonte, touchdown. Terrible for you. You don't want the Cowboys to get up. Then like the next drive that the Cowboys have the ball is a whatever it was, like 90-yard touchdown.
86-yard touchdown.
86-yard touchdown. So it takes away a drive from your 2 wide receivers. It puts them up in the driver's seat to just run the ball. It is perfection. And then Mike goes, well, come here, my last child. Yeah! And then next thing you know, Javonte Williams does not come back in the game.
He never came back in after the touchdown. He was 13 for 54, and after he left, Malik Davis went 20 for 103, who is a worse player.
Give that to – I mean, this should have been 30 for 150 and probably 2 for Javonte, but Mike has no more children.
Yes. I also didn't get very many points
Pickens and Lamb
from my guys.
were fine. Terry McLaurin, 5 for 63. We already talked about the JCM situation. Then in the Lions game, I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Let's not call it that. That's not
in
fair.
the Vikings game.
Thank you.
Brosmer. domination.
9 for 16 for 51 yards, took 48 yards in sacks. Which
And he
means
won the game.
a net 3 yards for Max Brosmer, which was an embarrassment. Jefferson, awful.
They kept showing this man's family.
Yeah.
And it was like
He had as many sacks as family members there.
you're like, stop.
Don't
They
show
won.
Their, don't
I
show
mean,
their
no,
shame.
I
You
know
leave proud. You leave.
yes.
Bros.
You leave. You leave, and when like, how do you even talk to your kid after that? You're
How
like,
do you say
you
Way to
won?
manage the
Bros
game.
Brosmer won the game.
By 2 scores.
Yeah.
And, Amon-Ra was fine but not great. Jamison Williams.
And left at the end with a knee injury, like a couple plays left in the game. So we'll have to get news on that.
The Jahmyr Gibbs story is one of destroying your season. The last 2 weeks, if he didn't knock you
The
out
whole
last
Lions.
week, he knocked you out this week.
Yeah.
So,
Really, everyone in that, because there's no way you were playing Jordan Addison. I mean, maybe super deep leagues, and then you got that 165-yard carry for a touchdown. Aaron Jones, I guess, was okay.
Yeah, he
but
was
everybody else, just Jamison Williams, 2 for 37. Jefferson, 4 for 30.
Hey, now Jefferson had 58% of the team's receiving yards. That's a great number.
in the Broncos-Chiefs game, Broncos, as they always do, barely win.
Against
Chris-
teams with bad quarterbacks.
Hadouken!
Who had 66 yards passing. So you had quarterbacks with 51 and 66 yards passing. And honestly, Bo Nix, terrible. 26 for 38 for 182. There was a point in this game where he had 23 completions for the yards per completion was terrible. Sutton dropped 2 touchdowns. RJ Harvey, he saved you with the late touchdown in this game.
Harvey was the only good
But that's
play.
it. That was the only good play for both teams in that game. So maybe when Jason tweeted he hates Christmas football, it had a little bit to do with also the games being awful.
Yeah, I want Christmas back, but it's okay. It's not going to happen, and we move on.
Yeah, I wish that we talked about this right before the show. I'm fine with Christmas football, but ChristmasFootball.com. But I would love it if it was just a game. You know what I mean?
Like
or
Christmas night. Big game.
I assume Christmas is Friday next year.
It is.
So
There will be a game.
there will be, and it'll probably just be the one. Wasn't it one last year?
I don't remember things
Oh.
beyond 2 weeks
Well,
ago.
because last year was the first Netflix football, and I thought maybe there was 2.
I would
maybe
just
there
say
was
maybe
too.
this will be the new Madden curse. Look at the games scheduled by Netflix, and those are you'll figure
Avoid
out.
those players in your draft.
That's it. It's our final Friday.
Footclan Friday.
I like this name.
Yeah, I was shaking.
Weasels.
I was shaking my head because I feel like
weasels.
I feel like they pick out names just to mess with me.
Weasel.
$100 gift card to fantasychamps.com goes to Weasels.
If you are not Weasels, remember fantasychamps.com when you get your championships this week.
What code do I need, Jay?
You can use the code BALLERS to save some money.
I'm gonna need it.
Okay. This is a personal request.
I'm gonna need it.
Oh man, it's so true. It sucks. Is this show
A real
over?
champ doesn't use a coupon.
Right, Andy. That's right.
He pays double.
You want that trophy to be worth
There
something.
needs to be a super champ coupon that doubles the price. Okay. Yeah, Al is
How much inventory?
Al's putting his trophy up there because he wants us to remember.
That he's giving it away soon.
I'm just keeping it warm for Mike over here.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's all polished up.
Me and Jeremy are in a pretty much a head-to-head heads up for the Dynasty League.
Yeah, I'm coming for that one.
Yeah, you're gonna win by a lot, Mike.
Yeah, that's true too.
Oh man, how much
There's just no.
inventory does Fantasy Champs have?
Oh my gosh. The problem in your matchup with Al that I can't overcome is the unconscionable disparity at quarterback. Because you get Joe Burrow against the Cardinals, and he is backed into with the injuries. He has to play Justin Herbert
Yes.
against Houston.
Yeah.
Like barring
Is their defense good?
Yeah, they're real good.
Pretty good.
They're real
Dang it.
good.
Dang.
Yeah, and then it's
Look,
just
not if you ask Ashton Genty.
I was thinking about
You know
this
your way
too.
to win. Your way to win is Javonte to have a big game against his Cowboys receivers.
What I was thinking too is that Like my team, this is the rebuilding year for me in Dynasty. I thought I'd never do it, right? The credit card bills were piling up. I don't know how long we've been doing that league, but I've never had a rebuilding team. I've always been in.
Cometh.
And I was thinking, like, I won titles with Christian McCaffrey. Like, he is still here winning titles for people. The giving up on McCaffrey, moving him for somebody else, it's still him. He's still winning them.
He's good.
He's really good. Let's talk news.
News and notes from around the league, presented by Progressive Insurance.
If I had kept him, I'd be in the playoffs. That's how good he is.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, that would have happened. All right, we do have a few injury updates for the Saturday games. Kamani Vidal's questionable. Lamar Jackson, doubtful. Lamar, doubtful.
Yeah, there's other stuff saying he's just not expected to play.
Jordan Love, questionable, has been limited all week. I did see he had projections in Prize Picks, so I thought that was interesting.
This is why I think the Ravens announced it early of like, hey, Lamar's not going to play, guys. So, Jordan, you just take a break, ski.
Man, there probably would be that would be strategically smart. Like if you knew your
And
guy,
then they're like, psych!
if you no,
We said doubtful, you idiots.
He's in one of the giant winter coats, the whole one, and then just rips it off.
they're starting to talk about trade rumors with him.
What?
Oh, man.
Well, Lamar,
Cardinals are interested,
the
please.
Lamar Jackson, like
Oh,
they're talking about
goodness.
Harbaugh's tired of him.
Can we
they're
interest you
talking
in
about-
Kyler Murray?
Like he's 29, which is when Cam Newton's he fell off a cliff with the athleticism. Obviously, I think Lamar's, a great quarterback. It's just, it would be smart. If you were going to miss him anyways, announce it as soon as possible. Maybe they'll be tempted to give Love some time for the playoffs. Josh Jacobs off the injury report and will start.
They are still playing despite the jokes about maybe having an easier path to resting Jordan Love. The Packers do have home field to play for.
And Christian Watson,
Who was practicing.
He's sick.
But now,
he's got an illness.
Did he run into Crod?
All I know is
I just hear
the illness is-
crawdad when you say that.
The illness is going around this week. They are very serious.
Maybe. Travion Henderson listed as a limited participant. Practice on Wednesday in a non-contact jersey. A.J. Brown, this was
Come on,
this was
Hendo,
insane.
you're okay.
A.J. Brown didn't practice Wednesday or Thursday because he got his wisdom teeth out in the middle of the.
You can schedule these for whenever you want, like the off season.
Did he? Were they infected?
I don't know, man. But that's just it was crazy to
It
be
had
like
to
out
have.
of the blue. It had to have. But even when you have like impacting wisdom teeth, it's like you can't wait a month. I don't know. Maybe you can't. But
Anquan Bolden played football with a broken jaw.
Just saying.
well, if A.J. Brown plays football, I had my wisdom teeth out, and I can tell you 1 week after they were out, I was still struggling pretty hard.
Oh, man.
A.J. Brown, I'm sure played.
How many did you have?
4.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
a full.
I had the full,
I had
full
mouth.
clip.
I had the full 4, and I got the full 4 dry sockets.
Oh, did you really?
Oh, yeah. Guys,
Did you guys both get your
it sucks.
wisdom teeth out?
That
How many did you have? 4-pack?
I think so.
I had
I was
2.
really young.
Oh, only 2 for Josh. Half as wise. That math checks out.
I showed up, and
I only had 1.
legit. I was like, man, I must be the world's biggest baby.
Oh, because of how much it hurt?
Because everyone says it's not a big problem. Like, no, dude, this hurt days of just like I can't do anything. My mouth hurts so bad. And then
Then you found out.
And then when you go back in for, they're like, oh, you should have came in for the things.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, well, at least I'm not a big baby.
All right, George Kittle, non-participant. We don't think we're going to see him. Ricky Pearsall limited on Wednesday and Thursday. He's always been limited. It sucks. I
know.
Unfortunately, I now think of that with Ricky Pearsall. I never expect anything.
Right.
And it's so lame because it's like he's getting illegally tackled and hurt every time it happens.
and shot. It's like not
Yeah,
fair.
that too.
It's not his fault.
Yeah, that one.
Come on, Ricky.
You talk about not calling a hip drop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They throw a flag on the
On the
gunshot
shooting
wound?
range.
Yeah.
That was News and Notes, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states and situations. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. We're into the matchups.
Fantasy Forecast, presented by Prize Picks.
We have a couple Saturday games coming up. Texans, Chargers, Ravens, Packers. Both of those were covered on the most recent episode of the show. But why talk about them again when we could talk about the Cardinals at 3-12 taking on the Cincinnati Bengals, who are 5-10. Vegas line Cincinnati -7.5. The over/under is 53.5. The Cardinals are probably going to be without all their players. Budda Baker as well in the concussion protocol. Their only good player left.
Walter Nolan. They
on IR.
Last week
Garrett Williams on IR.
They lost their best player on both sides of the field in Budda Baker, their best pass rusher, and their current healthy best cornerback, which was not their original. They have no defense left.
I don't really understand how Cincinnati doesn't score 6,000 points in this game. It is the NFL. I thought Denver would score 6,000 points. I thought that Detroit would care about scoring in this game.
I did wonder. I mean, when it's actually Christmas and you're at home and you've got fans and kids who this is their Christmas day, like those defenses that are good defenses, like there's something special to play for. We talk about like the Chiefs. Do they have anything left to play for? No. For the first time ever, no. But you have that to play for. Like it's
the
a
offensive
home
players
game.
don't have kids and presents to play for.
I'm saying that the offensive players for this year's Christmas games had backup quarterbacks. They all
Jared
of the
Goff.
home, was that no that game was in
you're
Washington.
Just saying home game.
Yeah, I'm saying the home crowd on Christmas.
It's a new narrative.
All of the
home
quarterbacks.
Christmas present narrative.
Yeah, home Christmas present narrative for the
Interesting.
defense
By Jason Moore.
Yeah.
The Cardinals. They've lost every game Jacoby Brissett has started.
Good work, Jacoby.
The Bengals got the offense back on track, 309-4 last week. The question to me isn't will Cincinnati scored their 30.5 implied point total, which is ridiculous. It's just how. Mm-hmm. Will it be Chase Brown 3 times again? Will it be Jamar Chase back into the end zone because somehow he hasn't scored since week 7?
Yes.
Will it be
He's saving them up
for Mike?
He's saving them up, guys.
Yeah, Mike has been saying
Mike has the easiest
we're getting the turkey
of all
We're
time.
getting 3 Jamar Chase touchdowns.
Oh man,
we all know it's coming.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is repayment for in your life, Mike. What you've gone through.
The personal problems he removed.
But yeah, Mike's set up. Joe Burrow, Chase, yes. Higgins, yes. Brown, yes. If you wanted to mess around with Gesicki, I wouldn't even be mad at you because you might get lucky. You might get one. Arizona, pretty trash. Gesicki's getting 3, 4, 5 targets a week. You play Trey McBride. What do you do with the wide receivers for Arizona?
I'm definitely still starting Michael Wilson. I know the Bengals have been better against wide receivers recently. Michael Wilson, he's been too good to continue benching or to bench. I mean, even this last week, he got the touchdown, which kind of saved his fantasy day. It wasn't great, but he's a wide receiver 22. There's been one bad game in the last 6 weeks, and this matchup is high implied team total. I think the question is, how confident are you in starting Marvin Harrison?
Man, he was very limited last week, 51% of the snaps. He's still being limited in practice because of the heel. I think he's an okay-ish play, but this isn't like
Devontae Smith or Marvin Harrison?
Smith.
Wandale or Marvin Harrison?
Wandale
takes on the Raiders. Zay Flowers with no
that one's interesting.
With no Lamar, Marvin Harrison.
Flowers is still safe. Like Flowers he'll have like probably 8 points.
Yeah, Snoop is not going to Brosmer and finish the game with 50 yards.
Michael Carter or Michael Wilson is a top 10 question.
Really?
Yeah, Michael Carter, starter for the
or Michael Wilson?
Yes.
Oh, that's an easy
Michael
Wilson.
You give me Carter or Marv, I can see that, but not Michael Wilson.
Yep, it's a top question right now in the flex rankings. So we're all on the Michael Wilson side of that one?
I am.
Yes.
Okay.
And Michael Carter is fine. 18, 13 opportunities over the past 2 weeks. He appears to be their guy, and 53.5 point over-under.
All right, this game should be crazy. If you are playing against Burrow and Chase, I'm sorry. You should hope that the Cardinals offense throws like 5 pick sixes and ruins the offense.
Right.
But what about Jacoby Brissett?
Play him.
Yeah,
he's
a very good play.
All right, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Pittsburgh 9-6, Cleveland 3-12. The Vegas line here, Pittsburgh -3. The over-under is 34.5.
Lowest of the year. Gross.
And the lowest since Cleveland, Miami in Week 17 last year. Gross.
That is
All 5 lowest over-unders of this entire season have involved the Browns. It makes sense. Inept offense, great defense. So we also know the Ravens game on Saturday night might impact the Steelers and who they play and how they play them and how much they play them. Because if Baltimore loses that game, which
they probably will,
which I think now without Lamar in Green Bay, which tells you like, man, Lamar must not have been able to play. This is a back bruise.
No, if you watched him after the game in the locker room, it was like this guy was hurting. I felt like he could barely stand up, and he said he got what's the shot they get?
Tortle.
Yeah, he got the Tortle shot. Still couldn't play through
turtle
it.
Shot.
Turtle
it's a turtle.
shot.
It turns into a turtle.
Throw some lidocaine on it too. Just give me everything you got.
So Cleveland, Pittsburgh only 3-point favorites on the road. Maybe some of that expectation is baked in already.
Yeah. I really love Kenneth Gainwell here with DK Metcalf gone. The matchup against the Browns, the running game has been working against the Browns, and passing the ball to Kenneth Gainwell, your current leading receiver. He's a running back, but he's got the most receptions on the team. It's perfect, but you have to monitor what happens with that Ravens game because I could see them. I mean, this could be a game where
Johnson could get
Caleb
three
Johnson
carries.
Could get maybe 5. Andy,
I don't think
Maybe
that's
5.
happened.
I have Jalen Warren in 2 championship lineups as of right now.
Thinking about a pivot.
Well, I'm at least preparing just in case. So I'm sure that'll come up on Sunday Live.
Maybe
so
they play a lot of Warren because Gainwell's their dude and they need to keep him fresh.
That has crossed my mind.
I mean, there aren't a lot of fantasy relevant players in this game. You're not starting pass catchers for Pittsburgh. And on the other side, Dylan Sampson, limited, might be back, but he'll share time, no question.
Yeah,
Dylan Sampson is not a prototypical 3-down back. He is a pass catcher. You'll see Raheem Sanders. You'll probably see Travion Williams and Dylan Sampson all mixed together.
On the course of the season, the Steelers are number 1 against running backs. You're not playing either of them.
And then
there's only Harold
Fannin.
Yeah.
And move on.
Yep.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go into the break, come back with the Saints-Titans. The New Orleans Shucks.
Gonna get shocked tonight.
5-10 taking on the 3-12 Titans. New Orleans -2.5 on the road, over under 39.5. What a great opportunity for the Shuck momentum to continue, right? Like you look at what matters for the Saints right now, and it's confidence in a quarterback for the future. You know, I think he's 4-3 as a starter, and the record of other starting rookies this year is abysmal. They currently have the 8th spot in the draft. Titans are sitting at 5. Tyler Shuck has been the quarterback 8 in fantasy over the last month. I believe he has started against you this week, Jason.
He sure is.
In Listener League.
He sure is. It is irrelevant, but
it's amazing thinking back 2 months ago to the idea of starting Tyler Shuck in fantasy, much less caring about Tyler Shuck at all.
And in the championship game, which it is a pretty good matchup. I mean, Tennessee gives up points to the quarterback position. Tyler Shuck has been playing well, and you know, this is a team, you remember when they started the year, this team had a very high pass rate over expectation, very fast pace of play. It was great for fantasy football. This is what we wanted to see. Then
it was like we weren't getting ceiling, though. We were getting a real nice floor from the Kellen Moore offense.
Yeah, and so, but then they were like trying to, I don't know, be like, okay, we've got Spencer Rattler. How are we going to, maybe we should slow this down. Then it was a new rookie Tyler Shuck, and now I think they're opening it up, and it looks great.
Told you guys I thought Pollard would get it done last week.
He's been a man on a mission.
He's on pace. His last 3 games, he'd be on pace for 2,000 yards and 17 touchdowns.
He is like, oh, I'm almost to contract stocks. Let's go.
He's 151 yards away from $250,000 bonus. He's at over 100 yards in 3 straight games. Tony Pollard is fine this week. You talk about the letdowns you had from Gibbs and Monty and these other running backs. Pollard, just out of nowhere, hyper relevant.
I mean, he was the most invisible, but a name that you knew. You're like, should I play Pollard? But he was doing nothing
with plenty of work.
Yes, it was madness.
And now it's gone up even more. I mean, up over 20 opportunities twice in the last 3 weeks. It's not a great matchup, but it's at home, and I think you just stay in the flames. This is pure NBA Jam rules here.
Yeah, and not that we're playing Cam Ward, but we talked about how Tyler Shuck. Cam Ward is playing much, much better. Like there is you were halfway through the year with the Titans, and it was, oh my gosh. If we end up with a number 1 pick again, do we just take another quarterback? But since the coaching change, weeks 11 through 16, he's completing 64% of his passes. He's running a little bit. Like there you can see the path now for Cam Ward.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is very exciting.
A lot of people have questions around Taysom Hill and whether he's a viable play this week. The Titans have been great against the run, but Taysom Hill does more than just run. He should be the guy that gets the goal line opportunities with basically no running backs left. I mean, Adegestime, we thought maybe would have an opportunity last week. He had a total of 5 attempts on the ground. He's not been good on the ground at all. Somehow he's catching 2 or 3 really bad passes a week. It seems like Taysom Hill is your break glass play this week at tight end.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because I don't think this situation's ever happened before. The 2 tight ends that I would look for on waivers are on the same team. It's like Juwan Johnson, I think, is great. He had 9 targets last week, 8 catches. He's the clear number 2 target in this offense.
Incentive?
Yes, 67 yards away from $250,000. So he's going after that.
Tyler Shuck's going to give him that money.
Taysom Hill, though, I mean, 12 rushing attempts and 4 receptions, opportunities around the goal line. Like, I'm not sure which one I would want to start more, but I want to start both.
I would pick Juwan Johnson because Taysom Hill.
So would Jason.
It's just
the start of the week.
Yes. Well, between Juwan and Taysom is tough. I think there's a chance that Taysom does nothing. I think that is a possibility. But then there's also the possibility that last week was, this is how we're going to use him now for the remainder of the season with our injuries. I don't know for sure what he's going to do.
I can't imagine he doesn't have 10 opportunities on the ground. Genuinely.
Okay, so you're on the side of
I just don't. I saw 0 from Estime or Hold that makes me think they would pivot from what they did last week.
I'm curious who has higher odds for a touchdown. I feel like Taysom Hill has more paths, whether passing one in, being the goal line back, even catching one. I know Juwan Johnson's my start of the week, but I think I would actually start Taysom Hill over him.
Wow.
Chris Olave
has
been amazing. He's the wide receiver 6. Keep playing him, especially in this matchup. And I think that covers it. I mean, if you wanted to ask a quarterback question, Tyler Shuck or Jacoby Brissett?
I think I'd
go Brissett.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jacoby.
Caleb Johnson at San Francisco, my start of the week, or Tyler Shuck?
How many quarters does Caleb get?
Does he get 5?
Because he was great with 5.
I think I'd play Shuck.
I'd go Caleb.
All right, Jacksonville's 11-4. They take on the Indianapolis Colts. By the way, this game is Jacksonville -6 over under 48.5. Phillip Rivers is better than half of the players in football at the quarterback position. We were marveling watching these games, just like, you can't find 30 people in the world to play this position professionally. And a 44-year-old, out of shape, hasn't played in 5 years, Phillip Rivers.
With no arm ability to throw most NFL throws.
Incalculably better than Max Brosmer, than Oladukin. I mean, then literally probably, then Shador. He'd be better for that team than Shador.
Yeah.
I mean, it's insane. Like, Tom Brady could come in and beat 2/3 of the starters.
Probably true.
Today.
I still think Brett Favre could do it, but that's the one I want to see.
So does he.
How old is Brett Favre?
It's probably 53. That's my guess.
I'm on it. He is 56. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he could do it anymore, but
I want to see it.
I don't know. It's just crazy.
For science.
Jade, for an update, Juwan is plus 180. Taysom is plus 195
Okay.
for a touchdown. So
All right.
Juwan just a little.
Ahead.
Well, it's a must-win game for Phillip Rivers and the Colts to have any chance of staying alive. They would be eliminated if, I think, if Houston just wins.
Yeah.
So low odds right now for the formerly 7-1 Colts. I believe this was the game that I said I'm really on the edge of
Making it your
taking the
almost
Colts as the almost upset in this one. So I guess I'll just formalize it.
Andy's almost upset of the week.
I don't really know if the Colts defense can do enough to slow down what's been going on with Jacksonville. But being at home with everything on the line, Jacksonville coming off the Denver win, I'll give it a shot. It's a 6-point gap. They don't have to win. They just got to get it closer than that 6 points. Jacksonville been playing outstanding. Jason,
Yes.
you made Trevor Lawrence your start of the week.
Yeah, you got to stay in the flames. You want to talk NBA Jam rules? This is just life rules. When someone's been as good as they've been since the bye week, that his last 8 games, he's on pace for 36 passing touchdowns and 12 interceptions, 4,000 passing yards. He's also running the ball 444 rushing yards. And he's got the offense moving, or maybe Liam Cohen's got the offense moving.
Did you see his comments, though? He said they've changed 0 of their offense or their offensive, like anything they've done with Trevor. They haven't changed a thing all season long. They said he's
processing faster.
He's just finding his
Sure.
way through the offense. I thought that was interesting.
The issue with Trevor Lawrence has always been putting the ball where a receiver can't catch it. That's it. Like, he'll make these amazing plays, but he's been very inconsistent with his accuracy. Recently, he's just putting the ball where they need it, and it's like, all right. He's got the tools. He's athletic. He's tall. He's strong-armed. He's got the weapons. Everything is set up for him if he can just
the hair.
the hair, all sorts of things. So what? I always remember thinking about the tweet that said he's got one too many horse parts, and I can't get that out of my. I can't get that out of my life. Like, Trevor Lawrence to me.
I 100% knew you were going to make a horse comment.
Yeah.
I 100% knew. You decided, I shouldn't say that.
He's got the mane. Who knows what all horse parts he has, but he's got a lot of them. So, anyways, he's
Horse got rocket arm.
yeah. He's a stallion.
What's the sound again? What do they call that?
A weenie? A
A
neigh?
win- is that a
well,
win-
no, that's not
neither one, right?
No, when they do the lips, what is that thing called?
I don't know. It sounds like it
Is
should
that a
start
horse
with like a blurt.
strawberry?
It's a horse. It's a horse blurt.
Horseberry.
Blarp. I thought our research team might be looking into that,
no,
but
they
they're
don't-
not.
They don't care.
I was.
Oh, were you?
It says lip flapping or lip fluttering. That's what
Oh.
I'm seeing.
Okay.
You gotta
Play Travis Etienne.
brand that better.
Play Travis Etienne and give me the order of your confidence in the wide receivers for Jacksonville. I have Jacoby Myers as my start of the week. Parker Washington just went crazy last week. It's hard to be like, hey, play Brian Thomas, but he had Pat Surtain last week.
Yeah, I think it's Jacoby, Thomas, Washington for me.
That's how I put it too, and it feels kind of stupid.
What was the name again? It sounded like one person.
Jacoby, Thomas, Washington.
Yeah, famous president, right?
Of course.
Jacoby.
It feels
In
stupid to have
1834.
Parker
That's right.
Washington third on the list because he's been really good for a long time. That exact same time frame after the bye week for Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he's been a top 24 wide receiver 4 of his 7 starts. But I agree. I mean, the best overall wide receiver is Jacoby. The highest upside, big fantasy outpouring is obviously Brian Thomas Jr. And then Parker Washington could get it done. But I do think last week Parker Washington benefited from a great Broncos defense that kind of was focusing on the 1 and 2 and letting Parker surprise.
Jonathan Taylor has not been a top 12 running back since week 10. It's a brutal matchup against Jacksonville. It's not really going to change, what you're doing. It's kind of like the reason you always play Jonathan Taylor is because of what Ashton Jeanty did last week. Even when you're having a tough time, you're Jonathan Taylor. which means one play.
Which it's still been fine.
Yeah, it's like he has
Man,
10 plus
Jacksonville's been
points.
so good, though, over the last 6 weeks. Number 1 in football against running backs.
Yeah, but I mean, he put up 21 for 74 against them with a touchdown a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. No, it's not a
It's not
change your
impossible.
plans. It's just maybe he's not the one that carries you to the title this week.
Yeah, correct.
He helps you. Pittman, Pierce, Downs. Put them in order.
I think Downs is the safest play if you're just like, I need a floor, and then I guess I'd go Pierce if I'm trying to hit my ceiling. Michael Pittman's just in this weird limbo area in the offense with Phillip Rivers.
3 for 26, 4 for 32 for Pittman. Hasn't scored since week 12.
I mean, we have
I tend to
there's
agree.
2 Rivers starts so far.
Yeah.
So I mean, in
5
those
targets each game.
Yeah, in those 2, Michael Pittman's playing the whole game and 26 yards and 32 yards. It's not that I think Pittman is playable, but I think I prefer the other guys.
Tyler Warren is my start of the week at tight end. 9 targets last week with Phil. He is the most helpful offensive weapon that they have for Phillip Rivers, in my opinion, with the size, short area target capability. I like Tyler Warren. I might stand alone in this group on that.
I think you do. I get it. The matchup is fine. The targets have been there, 9 last week, but it turned into 30 yards. 3 for 30 with Phillip Rivers, 3 for 19 with Phillip Rivers.
I'm in the middle. I'll still take 9 targets.
I
think it'll be better.
I would
than
play
30.
the Saints guys personally over Warren.
Tampa Bay 7-8, but still alive. The Dolphins 6-9. Vegas line Tampa Bay -6. Over under 45.5. If they win their last 2 games, Tampa Bay will win the South. So they're right there, despite the fact it's looked bad. Since week 9, the bye week, Baker completing just 59% of his passes.
Going to Ibuka too much. He doesn't know how to throw to him.
Well, Ibuka's not even in play. I don't think you would even consider Ibuka on championship week. That would be crazy. Any player on any team, yes, even Turpin, right, can make a big play on any given week. But there's nothing statistically, snap-wise, of encouragement right now for the last 6
the
weeks
snaps
for
are
Ibuka.
way down.
So, they came out this week right away, and they're like, we got to get him involved early.
Mm-hmm. That was a big – that was talked about OC, head coach. That was like what they were saying, and then they give him 56% of snaps.
No, I'm saying after that.
But they did it before well.
No, and then they came out and said,
So it's like,
we need to get him
We're
the ball
all
more.
trying
Fool
to
me once.
find the guy responsible.
And again, Baker last week, we can say all we want, but he threw for 145 yards. 2 weeks ago, 122 yards. That will not make any of it work for anybody. It won't make it work for Evans. It won't make it work for Godwin. It won't make it work for Ibuka.
The Bucs are. This is weird and sad that
They've become
what they have become, because you have. I'm playing Mike Evans. I have no problem there, but it's like Bucky Irving, who when I'm watching him, he looks great. He looks like Bucky Irving. He's still getting a bunch of opportunities, except they have now gone to, like, he's getting charboned by Sean Tucker.
Yeah.
Like-
Sean Tucker is seemingly the goal line back.
I guess on that one.
not Charbonnet, huh?
Yeah. It's like they're like, okay, thank you for your work, Bucky. Get out of there. Sean Tucker will take it from here.
It's a
Also,
problem.
in the 4 games since he came back from injury, he's not hit just 4 yards a carry in a single game. He's not been the efficient, explosive Bucky we were used to prior to that injury. I don't know if he's still struggling with it, or if more likely, because when I watch him, I don't think he looks like he's physically struggling. I think it's the Bucs offense
I agree with that.
and Baker Mayfield that's just kind of taken a step down. I think Baker is struggling physically, and so it hurts the whole cast. So are you saying that, are you going and looking at your roster genuinely if you've got a Michael Carter, or is you just playing Bucky and hoping
I'm
for
going
the
to play
best?
Bucky.
Yeah,
He's had a 10-plus yard run in all 4 of his starts. I think you still look for big play there. They're heavily favored. I wouldn't go away from him for Michael Carter, personally.
no,
I wouldn't
not-
even think about it.
Not to that level. Man.
What about Kenny Gainwell?
I think that's a more fair discussion, but I'm nervous about everything in that game.
Yeah, I agree with
Low
that.
over under.
How about
divisional?
Tracy against
Tracy's
the Raiders?
been good against the Raiders.
I think I might go with him over Bucky.
I mean, I've got Bucky
I'll play
ahead of
Bucky.
all of these players in my rankings.
Yeah, I'll play Bucky.
I think I will stick with Bucky.
Devon Achane, play him. I'm done talking about the Dolphins.
That is.
I just started.
That's fair.
Well, that's because yours. I mean,
You're talking about an infinitely better quarterback than Max Brosmer?
yes, an infinitely
Who
better.
threw for 260?
Incredible.
What about Jalen Waddle? Waddle or Tet McMillan?
Tet.
Lad
Roa.
McConkey against Houston.
Oh, that's tough.
Waddle.
Yeah.
Watson versus Baltimore. Christian Watson.
How's
How's his tummy?
his Tommy and who is his quarterback? So I don't think I can. Not enough info to answer that right now.
New England's 12-3. The Jets are 3-12.
Oh, palindrome.
Vegas line New England by just 13.5 on the road. Over-under's 42.5.
Denver was favored by that as well.
Implied point total. Yeah, but Denver always is and always freaking does that, man. They are so annoying. Frauds.
But they are. I don't think they're frauds.
No, I like what you said. They play to their opponent, but that's also like, can you do that in the playoffs and count on it?
Maybe. I mean, here's the thing.
Maybe.
Maybe. They are. You know how teams, your identity takes shape based off of like something. It's like, oh, your coach, and it's like Sean Payton's real annoying, right?
Okay. Yeah, he's very annoying.
Just Denver Broncos have adapted that. We're just an annoying team.
Okay. So you're like your
And people
coach.
want to punch us in the face.
So the Cardinals are like a poop team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're number 2.
Okay. Trying to think. Yeah, the Andy Reid's teams are fun. They're always
Yeah.
fun. He's
Mhm.
fun.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We got to add this to
Rams.
UDK.
The Rams are cool.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
they're a cool
Cool.
team.
Yeah, they're hip. They're cool. They're sexy.
Let's talk about the Jets.
I'm going to put this in my analysis moving forward.
Well, the over-under is like 10 points under, almost 10 points under the Cardinal game, but the Patriots have almost the same implied point total as the Bengals because of how favored they are. So New England,
We do have
New York.
We have some questions now. 'Cause I loved on Wednesday. It's like, I love Drake May in this matchup. I know they're heavily favored, but I think that they will. I think that Drake May will come through with a big game, and on top of that, like, they're trying to win Drake May an MVP. Might try and get him a little a bonus touchdowner here, one or two of them. But you have Kayshon Boutte, who is not practicing with a concussion. Now you have Mac Hollins.
Yeah, he's not going to play.
Who has not practiced all week with an abdomen injury, even though he's very, very close to a $400,000 payday if he just gets 4 more catches. But it's just the lack of those guys. It's not that I'm pivoting off of Drake May. Just maybe the ceiling is not what I was projecting on Wednesday.
You can see a ton of Ramondre in this game because of the lack of need to throw the football. You can see a ton of consolidation.
That's what's going to happen.
Hunter Henry is who I like the very
Sure,
most.
He's my
the
tight end
ends.
5 on the season. I think Hunter Henry and Stephon Diggs are going to have.
He's your 5 on the season?
He's my tight end 5 this week.
Okay. I was like, that's an impressive new stat. I didn't know we did that.
But I think there will be a consolidation of fantasy points. Like Drake May will spread it around, annoyingly so. He'll go to the open guy, but if
Kyle Williams.
if his guys are
Kyle Williams is legit worth
right,
talking about.
yeah, I mean he
when,
very well could be.
What the volume wasn't there necessarily. He had the huge, awesome touchdown catch. When Boutte got knocked out of that game, he was the one who actually ran the most routes of the remaining wide receivers.
Diggs is 4 receptions from $500,000. Henry 3 from $500,000. They'd love to get those guys those marks this week. $1 million to hand out there. Ramondre, a great start this week.
Yeah.
And Drake May should be 202. That's what I think. That don't expect him. I mean, he had not been really inside the top 10 for a while before this week, despite all the wins, right? They won every game except for one against Buffalo. Quarterback 17, 11, 12, 12, 10, 13. Finally got back in there at 7 last week. If he was the quarterback 14 this week, that would be about my expectation.
Yeah, I think that starting the week when we thought maybe they would have more weapons available, he was a little bit higher, especially if If Travion doesn't go, because Travion's such a, could take that screen pass for 50 yards and a touchdown. I had him early in the week as like my quarterback 2 or 3. Now he's more 7, 8 range with guys I would play ahead of him.
Ramondre can take the screen pass 15 yards out of bounds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's also possible.
He'll take the exact same amount of time to do it, though.
Right.
Break some tackles and go, and then it's like the length of the
is
play.
A valuable player.
The
He's just
length
not
of the play is like
sexy player.
7 seconds, whether it's Hendo or Ramondre.
Brady
It's
Cook.
just one goes a lot farther.
Brady Cook will start on the other side, and that is bad news for the Jets. Breece Hall has not only been really bad for fantasy, running back 44, 47, 40, but I was looking at this because it was one of my prize picks projections that I almost went with this week. I didn't do it, but it was like 13.5 yards longest rush, which normally is a bad, scary bet for Breece Hall. He's had longer runs.
Yeah,
he hasn't done that in 3 weeks.
Earlier
he hasn't
this
hit 13 for 3 weeks.
Earlier this year, when they had quarterbacks under center, you had a long run of 18, 17, 23, 22, 35, 30. Now you look at the last, just going back in the box score, the last week, 7, 13, 11, 9, 9, 11. It's like if they don't have a quarterback there, you have one player to stop because that quarterback's not going to get the ball to Adonai Mitchell down the field and hurt your team. Breece Hall could do something, so you're playing everybody focus on Breece Hall.
And trying to just get into the psychology a little bit of maybe just narrative, but Breece Hall, I mean, his Christmas chain, he's counting it down. He's cutting the rings off.
Absolutely.
He's like, freedom. Get me out.
He packs a new
get me
bag
out of
every
New York.
day.
You think Breece Hall wants to get hurt?
No.
With 2 weeks left, and he's going to try and break the bank? I mean, he's going to make business decisions, and he should.
Yeah. Vegas, Cleveland, New York is the 2, 3, and 4 in the draft right now.
He should get a tummy issue today.
Yeah. Like, oh, man, bad sushi, guys.
They were saying the Giants need to counter the Brock Bowers to IR by starting Russ. We'll take a break. We'll get into some more matchups.
Lowe's knows Sundays are for football, so tackle your home improvement projects by Saturday and earn your Sunday with great deals on LG and Bosch appliances, select Bounty and Swiffer cleaning products, and more. Then, once your to-do list is done, get ready to kick back, relax, and enjoy the game. Shop in store or online now and earn your Sunday with help from Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
The 12-3 number 1 seed Seattle Seahawks are 7-point favorites against the 8-7 Carolina Panthers. The over-under is 42.5. It's not a lot. Carolina does control their own destiny, right?
Yes.
It's wild. The Seahawks do as well for the number 1 seed.
Those control your own destiny things are so funny to me because it's like Carolina controls its own destiny, but also so does Tampa Bay
because they play
each other.
Yeah.
So it's it's just who wins that game.
Yep. Yeah, that's fair. It's going to end up a Week 18 battle. They can clinch the NFC South if they won this game. They're 7-point underdogs. They've been 7-2 in one-score games. Seattle 6-3. Both of these teams have been good in that department.
If they win and Tampa loses.
And Tampa Bay loses. Thank you. So where are you in this one? Rico Dowdle has been really disappointing. He is 70 yards from $1 million. I don't think they give two farts about that right now. Because when you don't have your playoff seeding secured, you don't care about that. You just play to win the game.
Been disappointing based off of an adjustment that you made mentally about him in the middle of the season. But I mean, last week against Tampa, that was horrible, 6.3 fantasy points. But before that, even though he's not destroying the world, he was still getting over 10 points a week. But the confidence to play him in this matchup against the Seahawks
Michael Carter.
is pretty low.
Michael Carter.
Okay.
Easy, Michael Carter. This is a situation where you had a run where he was, 80+% of snaps, 70+% of snaps. Then Chuba comes back. They went right back to Chuba. Then they were like, oh, we made a mistake. We got to go back to Rico. And then they're like, we made a mistake. Now it's like they're splitting. They're just splitting. And since they've been splitting, he has not been that good. He's been sub-10 most of those splits when he's down around 50% of the snaps, where you expect him to be. And then you add that against a very tough opponent here. I mean, this is a matchup that you don't want to run against. The Seahawks on the course of the season and in the last 6 weeks, they're number 2 against running backs. So you tell me you get 50% of less than what Carolina usually does, I would look elsewhere.
Yeah, like my dynasty squad, I'm trying to figure out my final flex position, and Juwan Johnson is in play for me.
Oh,
I have Rico on that roster. It's like, no, I would play another tight end in that situation before I'm playing Rico this week.
Yeah, I agree.
Tedero McMillan, currently the favorite for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I do think it'll be interesting if he has a slow week and Tyler Shuck has a big week.
If Shuck wins at least one more game, I think that Shuck will be the rookie.
Yeah, his
awesome.
schedule on the road against Tennessee and then the last game on the road against the Falcons for Shuck, those are 2 winnable games. If he wins both, he's guaranteed.
That'd be so awesome.
Yeah.
But Tedero has been good.
Mm-hmm.
Start-sit decisions in this game, Mike. The Kenneth Walker situation from last week, is he just setting you up to let you down?
He is a terrifying start this week because it makes sense. You know, I'm not even looking at last week, the 11 for 100 against the Rams. It's just he is explosive, and the Panthers are 27th against running backs on the season, 28th over the last 6 weeks. It's right there for Walker. If he scores
in your lineup,
right, he is. It's between him and Juwan Johnson. Who trying to figure out what I need.
Who would you start between Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet?
It's still Walker.
Yeah,
it's still Walker. But it's like this could be one of those stupid games where Charb's 2 touchdowns on 8 carries.
you are always playing with fire with Kenneth Walker.
Yes, you are.
He is an explosive
it
player.
makes sense this week. Where it didn't make sense last week, and he came through.
It feels a lot like Travion and Ramondre, but maybe a little bit light. Like Kenneth Walker had 2 50-plus yard plays last week. Right? He had the pass catch early in the game that he almost scored on down at the 3, had the long touchdown run. But if you don't get the big play from him, Ramondre rumbles into the end zone.
And if
Charbonnet rumbles into the end zone.
If your big play doesn't end in the end zone, you are not rewarded.
Correct.
You are taken out, and the other guy gets it.
That's right. JSN,
always playing him.
Play him
Matchup
with
is
joy
irrelevant.
in your heart. A.J. Barner, a desperation play at tight end. Probably wouldn't do it in this matchup, though, even though he's been pretty good. It's a tough matchup for tight ends. That's all you can lean on right here. And Sam Darnold, is he an option heavily favored on the road here at all?
I prefer not.
I think there's better options in single quarterback leagues that are available. Darnold has been really hot and cold.
Yeah, red light, green light.
Yeah, we're on way to a red light though.
I got to laugh here. I saw that some waivers went through in our league of record. I'm like, oh, Mike, Daniel, the 2 guys going at it in the championship game. No, it was the freshly eliminated Papa Josh picking up Dylan Sampson.
Just in case.
What's that for?
You
What's
never
that all
know,
about?
man. You never know.
Judkins,
never know.
I mean, when's Judkins going to be ready with that broken leg?
Dude, talk about a keeper. All right, the Giants. Didn't we talk about this game enough? I guess not. The Giants
No.
are 2-13. The Raiders are 2-13. It's a 41.5 point over/under. Giants 1.5 point road favorites.
Okay.
These teams cannot stop the run. Jackson Dart, the game plan for Jackson Dart last week was basically like anybody could do what you're doing.
Why
it's
did
like,
they do that?
It was like, it felt like he was being punished.
It was weird.
This team was way better with Daboll. I don't care.
They definitely were.
They were.
They haven't won a game since he's left. I would not doubt that Tracy and Singletary get 30 plus opportunities this week. I mean, the recipe for this game is going to be it's going to be gross. It's going to be a gross game. It's going to be running backs.
Sucks. Jackson Dart was fantastic for
I have
fantasy.
no confidence in him this week.
I agree.
None.
Against the
He had
soft
0
team.
fantasy points last week.
Yeah.
He played the whole game. 100% of snaps, 0 fantasy points.
Yeah, I would bail out.
So I would bail out of just about everything in this game outside of Genty and Tracy.
I think Wandale.
I guess Wandale's, but that scared me
okay.
last week with the PPR.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if they're not letting Dart throw the ball, that's going to be bad for all the receiving options. I can't believe that they're going to go as extreme as it was last week because, I mean, that was the first and only game we've seen like that. They've been letting Dart throw, so I don't know what their rationale was for that, and maybe it
Keep them alive for
over.
next year.
Sure.
Is how it feels.
And both of these franchises, it would be so much better for everyone to lose.
Someone's going to win.
This is the Dung Bowl.
Somebody's going to win, and the other team's going to get the number 1 pick. So,
Raiders are at home. Who wins this game?
Who's Fernando Mendoza rooting for? Because Mendoza might go to the Raiders in both situations.
Then he should be hoping that the Raiders lose so they don't have to trade assets to go get him.
Yeah. I don't know. No pivots to Michael Mayer with no Brock Bowers?
No, the Giants' defense is stingy against tight ends.
Yeah. Okay. Darius Slayton can eat a butt once again.
Yeah.
Thank you, Darius.
Trey Tucker should be okay. I mean, the targets are going to have to go somewhere. We're going to keep our eyes on Jack Besh. Hopefully he looks good as a end of rookie season,
Dynasty.
Good opportunity, but you're not playing him. Trey Tucker should be the target beneficiary from having no Brock Bowers.
Phillies 10-5. The Buffalo Bills are 11-4. The Vegas line, Buffalo -1.5, over under 43.5. We thought Lane Johnson might come back this week. He will be. I don't think he's going to be back. He heard Mike needs one more week of not blocking well for Saquon since Mike's facing Saquon, and then he'll come back because it's Mike's year.
I would
Mike.
really appreciate that.
Jalen Carter will be back. That will impact the defensive line for Philadelphia and the production of James Cook a little bit, who leads the NFL in rushing yards. So it's not a start-sit change. Saquon, play him.
Yeah.
It is a run funnel.
He should be excellent this week.
The Bills are 32nd in rushing touchdowns allowed, 32nd in yards after contact, 31st in yards per contact or per carry allowed. So, yeah, play the running backs, play the quarterbacks. We got good news on Josh Allen in the foot, nothing hindering him. He's going to be okay. Jalen Hurts, though, is he going to have A.J. Brown with the teeth? If A.J. Brown's out,
You're willing to pivot?
I might be willing to pivot off of Jalen Hurts this week. I think you can run the football, and I think if he's not tush-pushing, him and just Devontae Smith makes me nervous.
Your start of the week, Caleb Johnson, or
oh, man.
or Hurts
His
without.
name's Caleb Williams.
Oh, thank you, Caleb.
You're thinking
Caleb
of your fantasy MVP.
yeah, thank you. I'm. Yeah.
Hey, shoot or shoot, right?
Shoot. Would you play Caleb Williams or
I'm sorry.
Jalen Hurts?
I would play Caleb
Okay. That's only if AJ Brown
Williams
that's only if AJ Brown is
if he's out.
out.
Yeah, it's hard to go away from Hurts to that level, but I do have confidence in Caleb Williams this week. I don't have confidence on pass catching or tight end options for the Bills, though. Where are you with Goddard, Jay?
I think that if AJ Brown is out, I mean we've seen a lot of success for whoever's left when one of those three are out. So if AJ Brown doesn't play, then I'm excited for both Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert. Otherwise, I mean Goddard's just been weirdly good, utilized around the goal line like he never has been in his entire career up until now. I never want to buy in or believe it. But
10 points in 3 straight games.
Yeah, I mean when you're at this point in the season, your championship week 17, he's the tight end 5 on the season. I think you just have to stay with him.
Sunday Night Football, my start of the week, Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears 11-4, taking on the 11-4 San Francisco 49ers. Vegas line San Fran -3 at home. Over-unders 52.5.
Christian.
That's a lot of points.
Christian.
One
more game.
One more game,
One more
and
game,
then
Christian.
you will have fully earned your true entry into the Footballers Hall, Ring of Honor.
2 years ago, there was a wild statistic that
One more game, Christian.
50% If you drafted Christian McCaffrey, you had a 50% chance of winding up in the championship game. That was 2 years ago. I believe that stat will be close to true again. 2 years ago, he let everyone down in that championship game.
Oh, yeah, he got hurt.
That's why
he got hurt
for
on
me.
the final
Victory
game.
is-
Otherwise, I would have been a double champ.
Victory is not being declared. We need one more.
Here's what's wild, is if this holds up and he wins people titles this week, which the odds are in that favor. You just said 50%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Over the last 6 years, it will be 50% of the time he wins you leagues. And it will be 50 because it will be 3 injury-plagued years and 3 basically number 1 overall running back years, which is just
You got to save it up.
unbelievable. Everybody in San Francisco has been hurt this year.
Except
He
him.
has siphoned all of their power. Blood sacrifices for him and Mike.
Yeah, we kind
One
of
more game.
made a pact together.
One more game. Yeah.
We'll
Yeah, you
do
did.
what it takes.
You decided to.
The Bears have been good against running
I'm
backs.
excited for this game. Sunday Night Football, these two teams, 52.5 point over-under.
Unfortunately,
very good.
the recent sacrifice for CMC had to be Kittle again.
Well, yeah, you had almost
That's a
nobody
bummer.
left. He used Pearsall twice. He used Kittle twice. Juwan Jennings, your start of the week, Jason. You got to love him in this game with Pearsall still banged up. Kittle banged up, probably not going to play. Jake Tonjes would be a desperation
glass.
play at tight end. But, yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward there. It's more complex on the other side. Caleb is my start of the week. I feel like I sit a little bit alone on that one as well. But I don't think he needs 5 quarters. I think he could do it in 4.
He's just so erratic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right now his consistency on the season, he is the quarterback 11, which is like, oh, great. Caleb, he's a quarterback 1 this year. His consistency score is a D. 35% of his games are good. It really feels like how it was with Jordan Love last year, where it was like he has big games and he can be real special, but the vast majority of games he hurts you. Now this matchup is good. The over-under is good. I can totally see why you're making him, you're calling the shot that this is a good Caleb week, but he definitely scares me from a consistency standpoint.
Oh, he's terrifying. He's terrifying. Absolutely. Phillip Rivers torched this 49ers defense. So that's part of that's the biggest part of the bet. But, Roma Dunze probably not going to play. Luther Burden, we'll see. He's been limited, might not play. And lack of weapons hurts, makes it even scarier. We did get news in this game that Tom Pelissero, your boy, Mike, perfect.
Oh, good.
Perfect news
good
for
friend of the
you
show.
figuring out Kittle. Said he has a chance to play. He's played before without practicing. We'll see if he practices today. So Tom Pelissero and Mike, just pay attention.
What is your pivot option at tight end? I didn't even pay
He
attention.
went to Strange.
Yeah, right now it's Brent Strange. So it would be the
Strange
problem with
decision, if you ask me.
Yeah, the problem with this game is it's at night. So I mean, if you're waiting on Kittle,
It just sounded like the actual darkness would affect the game. I'm
No.
sorry. I'm
No,
sorry. I was like,
they do have lights.
okay, all right, that's good.
So being able to see with visible light, not a problem. But your pivot option they shrink drastically.
Dude, if they didn't have lights, we'd be talking about like phases of the moon
Ooh,
on the show. That'd be different.
a new moon game,
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be looking for the games that have the brightest
and the
moon.
game finishes 0-0 again.
We hope to
We
see
really should get some lights in here.
We hope to see some of the moon tomorrow. Maybe a crescent. Kyle Monangai, DeAndre Swift, fix it for me. Tell me who's going to be great.
Swift.
Yeah, I would still lean the Swift side. He's been banged up and was a little bit limited, but he's been the primary running back for the whole season. He is what we know. He's a really, really good running back too.
Is Love in the air? Colston, Loveland.
Mr. Love.
Big disappointment last week, despite
Huge
83%.
disappointment.
83% of snaps, but didn't have the production.
No Rome, no Luther Burden, and then Colston Loveland just disappears.
Colston barely like land.
Oh,
Yeah.
got him.
Bodied.
But, yeah, are you going to go back there?
I like
If you had Loveland, would you play Strange over him? Even with the
Yes, I
you
would.
would?
Yeah, I would play Strange. I mean,
49ers struggle against tight ends.
I would probably go see if Hunter Henry were on the waiver wire.
Yep.
Juwan Johnson, I would play over Loveland.
I mean, if you look at it this way, the last 7 weeks, so not a small sample, like a really long stretch. Basically, he's had 2 games in that stretch where he got a touchdown, and you were happy. And every other game that he didn't get a touchdown, you are 7 points, 5 points, 4 points, 8 points, 4 points. He is not like a possession
Give me the
volume
Give me the camera.
Receiver.
Touchdown guarantee.
Oh,
Okay.
Whoa! What?
Touchdown guarantee.
For Colston Loveland.
Colston Loveland.
Oh, Mr. Loveland.
Yes.
Okay.
Well then,
I don't know what this is, but
I mean,
that's a touchdown guarantee.
that's if you give him for sure 6 points on top of the 30 to 50
You feel
yards.
stupid now for saying strange?
I do.
Now that you know he's getting a touchdown?
I can't.
Back on track. Back on track. Touchdown.
Man, Andy has Bears fever.
Yeah.
Goodness.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
How could it go wrong?
The Rams. Here's your Monday Night Football fantasy deciding game. So if you are Stafford, Kyron, Puka, Bijan, London, Pitts, it is a Monday night miracle you'll be looking for. The Rams at 11-4, the Falcons at 6-9, the Rams minus 7.5, over under 49.5. The Falcons, ironically, like if they get beat, it helps the Rams pick. That's how motivated they are in this game. The Rams pick gets better if they beat the Falcons, because the Falcons, they gave their pick to Los Angeles, which
What
right
a
now is
world.
sitting at pick 11 in the draft.
Extra motivated.
That is, I mean, that's genuinely really important. And they're in the hunt for the number 1 seed. So in this game, this was one of those ones where I'm thinking to myself, oh, are the Rams, are they going to have stuff to play for Monday night after all these games? Yeah. A win makes their first-round pick better, and they can still get the number 1 seed. So where is the confidence level? What tier is Stafford in for this week for you? We underestimated him on this show. All 3 of us did.
Mm-hmm.
Against Seattle, we thought without Devontae Adams as his little goal line wide receiver, he double middle fingered us because he was the number 1 quarterback on the week the first time he did that all year.
Yeah. And they are
457 yards.
right now, I believe last I looked, he was the odds-on betting favorite to be the MVP of the league. That's got to be in the mind. They get around the goal line, they're going to have some stuff to help put him over the top. I think Matthew Stafford is a very good play this week.
Do you like one of the things that happened last week is Seattle put up such a fight. Do you think Atlanta can do that at home in this game? Enough. If London is there, can they score enough on? Can they score enough to give you confidence in all the offensive pieces for the Rams?
The nice thing is the Rams defense, their rushing defense has been very good most of the year. Their defense has been wilting a bit, and their pass defense has been where you attack them. So I think that, Drake London, Kirk Cousins, and Kyle Pitts this is primetime Kirk Cousins, which we know has not been historically great.
Not always. And pay attention to Drake London. He popped as a limited participant on Thursday.
Was he a full participant Wednesday?
I don't know.
I'll look that up.
I just, I got my alert that it's like, oh, Drake London's down from healthy to questionable. And you're like, what?
London had finished wide receiver 1-1 and 7 before the injury. Came back, didn't do much last week.
Oh, thank you, Brooks. It's on an estimated practice
because
report.
this is a Monday night game, so this is their
Okay.
Wednesday practice.
Yeah,
I would
okay,
expect
you still
him.
like him as your start of the week.
Yes.
So, Mike, just so the people know, like on Monday Night Football,
Right.
you got Bijan in one league. I know that.
Yeah.
Then you're facing Kyron and Puka in another league.
Yeah.
Is that the only players that touch this game for you, or is there others? Kyle Pitts, I
I'm
guess.
against Kyle Pitts on Monday
All
as
right.
well.
Maybe I doubt we'll get any drama because you'll be winning by 600 to 700 points. But if we do, it'd be fun. We do have one more segment, guys.
I like no drama. Me and Mary J. Blige.
No drama?
Yeah.
One more segment.
Fantasy Faceoff, presented by Prize Picks.
All right.
I'm so happy.
Andy's so happy.
Not because I want to see Jason suffer or you suffer, but because I'm not ashamed.
Yeah, I will take it.
Wheel of shame.
I will say Mike and Jason, they had tied this week as the losers, and then they had to do a tiebreaker, and
I lost.
You're the super loser.
I'm the super loser. This
Spin
is
it.
my spin. Spin that wheel. What do we got here?
got you something for Christmas.
Starman, Jerry Jones.
I still want Jerry Jones to hit one.
Ooh, Cramped Up.
Cramped
with
Up.
a K. Oh, is it?
Oh, it's Krampus.
Krampus.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to eat your children.
Have you guys seen the
Mike's
your
fresh out
glasses.
of those.
the what? Oh, yeah,
I
children.
said you're fresh out of children.
Have you guys seen got any of the reels or anything of like the Krampus parades that
Oh,
they do
man.
over in Europe?
Man, I wasn't sure.
Oh, thank goodness this wasn't me, because that thing would
I was
not
pretty worried.
fit.
I asked Al to try it.
It's snug.
You look outstanding.
It's snug.
Do you have your?
I feel like you can breathe in there.
Yeah, no, it's not too bad. Kind of like it in here.
Uh,
I might stay after the show.
you got your lineup memorized.
I think
could
you can see.
through. I could see through the holes enough. Can you
Okay.
hear me well enough?
Yeah, no, we got you.
why don't you
All
kick
right.
us? Kick
All
it off,
right, I'll
Krampus.
kick it off with Joe Burrow.
Oh crap!
Yeah, so the thing is he's on Mike's team. And so
Did you pick all Mike's players?
we'll find out.
Oh my gosh!
267 and a half passing yards. Yeah, he's going to blow that out of the water. So I'm taking more than that.
I thought about doing that. No joke.
That's
I'm
funny.
I'm actually going on the sad side. My quarterback is Jackson Dart,
Oh.
and I'm taking 27.5 pass attempts, and I'm taking
Yeah.
less.
Yeah, that makes
Wow.
sense.
That does make sense after last week.
My quarterback is my Green Goblin. It's Jacoby Brissett, 209 and a half passing yards.
209.
Yeah, we're going more.
Oh,
baby.
gosh.
209.
Goodness.
I got one.
Goblin was real green.
I got one saved up for you though, guys.
Oh,
All
boy.
right. My running back, Chase Brown. Mike's running back, Chase Brown. 53 and a half rushing yards
No
against the
problem.
Arizona Cardinals. No problem.
No
He's
problem.
getting
Is
more
that's
than that.
not even a goblin?
That is not a goblin.
My Green Goblin's my running back. Tony Pollard, 11 and a half rushing attempts. I'm taking the more.
What?
I'm taking the
Oh,
more.
it's a green goblin.
Yeah, it's my
Okay,
Green
I was
Goblin.
like, that projection is crazy.
Yes.
I am trying to atone for some of last week's sins. I got Ashton Genty,
Okay.
69 and a half rushing yards. We're going to go
Nice.
more.
All
We're
right.
going to go
That's
more.
very nice. All right, I'm going away from Mike's team. This is where I lose. Trey Tucker, this is not a green goblin.
Trey Tucker?
Just 4 receptions at wide
Oh,
receiver.
man. I can't wait for this one.
Yeah, so I'm taking more than 4 receptions with Brock Bowers out of the way.
I'm going JSN, receiving targets, 9. I'm taking more.
Yeah. I got T. Higgins in that big blow-up spot. T. Higgins at 57 and a half receiving yards. We're going to go more.
And at tight end, this is my green goblin. I'm going with Harold Fannin Jr., 3.5 receptions.
It's already done.
Yeah, he's living at 4+, so I'll take more than that.
I went Juwan Johnson, 42 and a half receiving yards. I'm taking the more.
In something that has not been done in our Prize Picks matchups, guys. Trey McBride, demon.
Oh, you go,
Demon.
wow.
You're taking the more difficult.
Is this a touchdown?
7.5 receptions.
You took the demon.
Demon.
Wow.
This guy,
Demon, baby.
This guy is living on.
Let's go.
He'll do whatever he
Oh,
wants.
He ain't scared.
He's like, I can win at normal odds. So I'm just going to do whatever to make it harder for me to
Yes.
still win.
Wow.
To be clear, I assume you're taking the more there? You didn't
Yes.
specify. All right.
Yes.
You can't take
Yeah, you can't take
both
less
sides
on
of
a
a
demon.
demon. That was Fantasy Face-Off presented by Prize Picks. 7 days of Picksmas is back. Unwrap the great max discounts on the app through December 26th. And use the code footballers and get $50 in lineups when you play $5. Well, good luck, everybody.
Jason just looked. It's like the saddest Krampus.
He does look like a sad. Look at him.
I didn't get to eat any children.
Oh. We will be back on Monday to talk championship studs and duds. We will have championship shirts up on the website, shopballers.com, for you Footclan title winners. If there's any inventory left, if Mike hasn't bought it all up. And good luck Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We'll talk to you.
One game, Christian. One
more.
game.
I don't even know if we'd see Mike ever again if something happened to
Oh,
Christian
man.
McCaffrey early in that game. I don't think we'd
One-
ever see him again.
One game.
He doesn't even want to entertain the joke.
Nope.
One game.
One more, Krampus. One more. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody. Hope it was a good one. Enjoy the weekend, and we will talk to you on Monday.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Join our fantasy football community on jointhefoot.com and follow us on Twitter @TheFFBallers.